folks, welcome to the Regal Wellness Series and the 17th video of the new year. Tips to keep your back healthy too. But before we start, just a quick reminder about HealthyWayEvents.com. We have some wonderful health educators doing all sorts of exciting programs. I think you really like their sessions. So jump on in and go to HealthyWayEvents.com. So let's get started about tips for a healthy back. One is range of work. The safest range of work for your back is between your shoulders and waist. Shoulders and waist right in that area. When you start reaching up really high, you start going down real low, the chance of injury increases. So be careful about your range of work. Sometimes, of course, you can't help it, but if you can, try to stay within your shoulders and waist area. Our next tip is push, not pull. Because when you push, your back is lined up a little bit more appropriate. When you start pulling, see how I'm twisting? And twisting can be really tough on your back, especially twisting and bending over too far. Twisting and bending at the same time could really cause some injury to your back. So if you have the choice of pushing or pulling, always push for back safety. Our next one, if you're sitting down a lot, stand up. Because if you're in proper posture, even if you're in proper posture sitting, there's much less stress on your back when you stand, especially with good posture. So if you're in good posture standing and sitting, there's going to be a lot less stress on your back when you're standing up. So get up as much as possible. I know we tend to be sitting down a lot during these times, but get yourself up. And also, if you're standing in one place for long, say you're doing some work in the kitchen, try to put one foot up. I use this little yoga block, but you can use a piece of wood, anything will work. So put your foot up. What that does, that unlocks the hip joint and helps your back relax. This is what do you see in almost every bar in the world on the floor? You see a little bar rail. And what that does, you put your foot up when you're standing at the bar. By putting your foot up, it helps you relax, get you more comfortable. Boom. You'll probably have another cocktail. So that's why those little bars are there. They're pretty smart on that. And also by standing up and lifting your foot up, that puts less stress on your facet joints. And facet joints, what they do, they keep your back in alignment. So our last tip for the day is phone neck and text neck. So you see people on the phone all the time, like this, and you see your seven cervical vertebrae here. That puts a lot of stress on them. In fact, when you bring proper posture, when you come down even 15 degrees, that puts about 27 pounds of extra pressure on your cervical spine. So be real careful with that. Try to get up a little higher when you're looking at the phone. So be careful with that. And be careful when you're doing the phone neck, when you're over on the side like that. Again, that puts stress on your cervical spine. So these are just some tips for keeping your back safety, and we'll do one more in our series of back health starting next week. And folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us. And remember, be safe, be strong, stay happy. Look forward to seeing you next week.